morning, Red 3. Today we're going to read the story of the little mole who knew it was none of his business. Can you see the mole? What's he got on his head? Let's see. One day the little mole poked his head up from under the ground to see whether the sun had already risen. Then it happened. It looked like a little sausage, and the worst thing was it landed right on his head. "How mean!" cried the little mole. "Who has done this on my head?" But he was so short-sighted he couldn't see anyone around. "Did you do this on my head?" he asked the dove who was flying past. "Me? No, how could I? I do it like this," she answered, and splish, splish, a moist white blob landed on the ground right next to the little mole. His right leg was splashed with white. "Did you do this on my head?" he asked the horse who was grazing on the pasture. "Me? No, how could I? I do it like this." And thump, thump, 5 big fat horsey apples plopped down within a hair's breadth of the mole. He was very impressed. "Did you do this on my head?" he asked the hare. "Me? No, how could I? I do it like this," answered the hare, and pat-a-tat-tat, 15 little round beans shot past the mole's ears. He saved himself with a daring leap. "Did you do this on my head?" he asked the goat, who had been having a dream a little. "Me? No, how could I? I do it like this," she replied, and plippity-plop, a pile of toffee-coloured little balls tumbled on the grass. The little mole found them almost appealing. "Did you do this on my head?" he asked the cow, who was chewing the cud. "Me? Moo. No, how could I? I do it like this." And kerplosh! A big brownish-green pancake flopped onto the grass just next to the mole. He was very relieved that it hadn't been the cow who had done something on his head. "Did you do this on my head?" he asked the pig. "Me? No, how could I? I do it like this," replied the pig, and plop splat! A little soft brown pile fell on the grass. The mole held his nose. Ugh. "Did you do this on my..." he was going to ask again. But as he came closer, he saw only 2 big fat flies, and they were eating. "At last, someone who'll be able to help me," thought the mole. "Who did this on my head?" he asked excitedly. "Bzz, keep nice and still," bzz, buzzed the flies. There was a short pause, and then, "It is clear to us that it was a dog." And finally, the little mole knew who had done the business on his head. Basil, the butcher's dog. Quick as a flash, he climbed onto Basil's kennel, and bing! A tiny black sausage landed right on top of his head. Satisfied at last, the little mole disappeared happily into his hole underground. The end. That was a very smelly, pooey story, wasn't it? You've got some English work about describing things today. Hopefully you won't describe anything as yucky as poop. Ugh. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.